Hey guys, my name is Ben Howard. We're back out here at Pipeline trying to shoot under par on the blue layout. If you haven't seen this series before, like I said, try to shoot under par on probably the hardest wooded course I've ever played. Anytime I beat my personal best out here, I'm going to be doing a giveaway, and for each stroke I beat my personal best by, I'll be adding a disc from this box to the giveaway. So if I'm able to get to 4 over, I'll be giving away this black on black glitch. If I get to 3 over, I'll be giving away this what was it? ESP Jawbreaker Zone. If I get to 2 over, I'll be giving away this Matt Bell Tour Series Glow Pillar. If I get to 1 over, I'll be giving away this. I gotta remember this one. This like Orbit Lucid Ice Claymore or Opto Ice Claymore. If I get to even par, I'll be giving away this Ivo Lutsenko signed Halo Destroyer. And if I'm able to get under par, I will be giving away this Paul Macbeth signed Zeus. But going into this month's attempt, I don't really have too much to add. The only real changes I've made to my bag are I added in another Shepherd, and this has turned into my favorite forehand disc, at least for distance shots, because it's a lot more stable than a lot of other Shepherds I've had. So if I throw it flat, it's just going to kind of push straight for a long time and have a fairly overstable finish, but it's very controllable. Like I can hit on anhyzer, get it to hold a long time, flatten out, or I can even throw on some pushing hyzers. So I'll probably be throwing this on pretty much every long forehand shot I've got today. And what was it? Oh yeah, I lost my glow slingshot, so I threw this NT one in the bag. It's not as understable as that one was, so I'm trying to remember what shots I threw it on. I think it was just the tee shot on hole 9, so I probably won't even really throw this today, but we'll see. Last thing I want to talk about before we get into the round is something you would have seen if you've seen my community post about it. But basically, what I've decided to do for the month of December this year is for every birdie that I get on video, I'm going to be donating $2 to my local food bank. So what I think I'll do is I'll just have this be the first video in the series where I'm going to be donating, and I'll probably just finish it off on next month's attempt. And since I'm probably not going to be getting very many birdies today, what I'm going to do for this video and next month's attempt, I'll be adding $10 to my donation. I'm going to see if there's some way I can add like a link into the description for all these videos in case anybody else wants to donate alongside me or whatever y'all want to do. Yeah, guys, I think that's pretty much everything. So let's go ahead and get in the round. All right, guys, for hole 1, got a par 4, 504 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked up to the right, way uphill. All I'm trying to do is just get myself down there and on the left side of the fairway, hopefully be able to pitch up to the base of the hill and then pitch up to the green. Going with my more stable yellow arc, try hitting on a baby hyzer, flip it flat, push straight. Oh, I yanked it. Oh boy. Almost made it to hole 18's fairway. Considering how hard this kicked left, this actually isn't that bad. I don't really have a great way to just kind of play for bogey. I'm going to go for my orange arc. This is a little bit more stable than the yellow one. It should push for a while and then have an overstable fade. I just really hope I don't end up losing this thing. It's a bad time to throw an orange and yellow discs. Oh, I hit the gap. Finish. Ooh, I like that a lot. We got a chance. So I couldn't have thrown a better shot from back there. Like this was, this is perfect. I'm probably technically less than 200 feet from the basket, but this plays so far uphill that I got to go with something fast. I'm gonna try and go with my glow gyra. Put on some hyzer up to the right, but the main miss I want to have is just long. I want to be up the hill. I do not want to be on the side of it. I don't know if I'll be able to par from there, but that should be an easy bogey. Let's see. That wasn't my best work, but I've got to look at the basket at least. Oh, dang it. Not a bad feeling, but just gotta get it up. Alright guys, for hole 2, we got a par 3, 390 feet. Basket's down here, tucked slightly off to the left. Biggest thing to pay attention to is the ground is sloping from right to left, which really doesn't matter for me because I really can't reach the screen consistently unless I try to like flip something up. But all I'm trying to do is take an overstable distance driver, try and throw it out to the right, let it fade into this gap, push through it, get me like, I think I've got like a 40, 50 foot look before. On the red Rapture, start the right side. That should be really good. Yeah. Yep, right in that valley. Hopefully it kind of penetrated through and it's on like the upslope going into the green. But either way, I should have it easy up and down for par. And it took me a minute to find this thing, but yeah, I mean, I'm probably inside of circle 2. It's just, I mean, I probably could jump putt this. Let's see, how's that feel? I don't really like jump putting uphill like this, especially if I'm having to do it hard and lose some control. So I think I'll try just a little forehand chip shot uphill there. Just trying to throw this on like an insane amount of hyzer. Hope it doesn't roll. Yeah. I don't hear it rolling, so we should be good. Alright guys, for hole 3, we got a par 3, 305 feet. Once again, this is a lie. If you've seen the series, you know that. Because basket straight ahead, but right off the tee, we're throwing so nose up, going up this hill, that like I'm having to throw basically my max distance shot in order to get even into circle's edge, like right into circle 2. But this is probably one of the easiest holes in the course because all I have to do is hit this initial gap and I'm basically guaranteed a par and should have some kind of birdie look. Only problem is I'm having to throw this brown disc, so this might be the last time we ever see this thing. So let's just go ahead and put it under the basket so I don't have to look for it. Oh yeah, turn. Okay. I think I'll have some trees in my way, but that should be in like the 40 to 35 foot range. Okay, I found it. We're good. And I might be a little closer than I was thinking. Maybe just outside of circle 1, but this is a very makeable putt. Don't have any trees in my way, really. I do need to give this a little bit of anhyzer, a little bit of height, but nothing crazy. Oh, dang it. I love that in my hand. All right, guys, for hole 4, got a par 3, 507 feet. Right there, straight in front of us, down this pretty wide open hallway. Only real danger on this hole is, as you probably can guess, the rough on either side. The only problem is there's just not really a clean way to lay up on this hole. So, gotta go for it. So I'm gonna throw the same brown disc I threw in the last hole. Try not to lose it again. Should be throwing into a headwind, like a slight headwind. I think that's right. Shouldn't affect it too much, but I'm gonna aim at the trees on the left side of the fairway, get this to bend off, and hopefully have a stable finish at the end. But If not, I'd rather be on the right side of the fairway than the left. So I really just got to make sure I get the nose down, commit the shot. All right, now be stable. Come on, come on. I lost it, but I think it's in the fairway. I think I heard it hit some limbs on the right side, but it was coming back, so it should be in the open, I'm hoping. I'm lucky they put that like rainbow stamp on that thing, because I don't know if I'd be able to find it otherwise. But I was right. We did kick out back in the fairway. Not that far out, probably like 70, 80-ish feet. I'm going to try jump putting with a Covenant. I did this a few times in that tournament I played in at the Riot at Red Horse. I really like it. It's so flippy that it kind of just pushes forward. Doesn't fade that much at all. Gotta make sure to give it some height too, because we are going a little uphill. There we go. There we go. All right, guys, for hole 5, we got a par 3, 199 feet. Basket's right there behind that tree. This one always gets me because it's the first hole where you're really not having to throw as hard as you can, especially going down to a putter after throwing a bunch of distance drivers. I don't know what it is. This hole isn't that difficult. It just brings out the nerves in me. So just got to focus up, hit this line. Just going with my Glow Covenant. Shout out Disrespect Disc Golf. Just got to throw it flat, and it'll push all the way out there. There we go. Push. Okay. I'm going to be right behind those trees, but that's a guaranteed 3 at the very least. Man, that's annoying. Throw that clean of a shot and then have that tight of a putt. It's pretty annoying. It makes me want to start going for some kind of overstable play off to the left, or there's plenty of room off to the right too. All right, let's make this putt. Still stab Annie. Gotta give it the height. Give it a little bit of a tail, like tail right to left. Something like that. Give it a little bit more height. Try and hit the band. Oh, dang it. Such a clean putt. Dang it. Come these hills. All right, hole 6, par 3, 328 feet. Basket straight ahead, but the biggest gaps is one on the left. So I need to throw something. So push straight, turn, come back at the end. I'm going to go for my really flippy yellow arc. Should be able to hit this on a touch of hyzer, get it to flip late through that gap, drag right, and you should have an overstable finish at the end. Feels like we've got some kind of left to right wind, so just got to be careful. Don't put this on too much hyzer, which is going to be pretty hard to do. If anything, I'm kind of tempted to just throw it flat. Or I'll try and throw it flat, and I'll probably throw it on like a baby hyzer, so we'll just go with that. Baby hyzer should be fine. Get off that tree. Oh, man. I think it was too low anyway. Probably just dug in the side of the hill, but man. A lot easier par, but we should be able to get up and down from there. I got through. Go, 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 go. Dang, threw it too soft, but that should be a long look at par. I don't want to hit the cage again. Give it height. Come on. Oh, man. Didn't miss a high this time, though. Didn't miss a low this time. My putting's not even really feeling that bad. It's just like slightly off. Everything's either a little too low, a little too high, a little too far to the right. All right, guys, for hole 7. This one's a par 312 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked off to the right. Best play is always going to be a forehand on this hole. I'm going to try the Shepherd on this one. All I got to do is just be smooth with it, hit the gap. I don't really need to worry about power with something like this, like the Rapture. That's why I'm thinking this will do better than it. But as long as I get a par, I'm extremely happy with this. Oh, yes. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's putting. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Yes. It always feels so good to get this hole. All right, guys, for hole 8, got a par 3, 356 feet. Basket's off to the left, but it's also tucked on the right side of the fairway. So if you wanted to park this hole, you need to throw like a force over forehand that would come back at the end. I don't have that shot, so all I'm trying to do is take a neutral, understable fairway driver, throw it on a good amount of hyzer at the trees on the right side of the fairway, get it to flip up a little bit but never to flat, and just ride to the left. I'd much rather early release this and go way left into the woods than go off to the right. The right side is just absolute jail. The left side you can at least do something with. So you gotta make sure if I make a mistake it's too much hyzer. Okay, that's fine. I'm right next to the red tee pad, which is like basically just a chip forehand. So should have like a 150-foot approach shot in the green, I think. Okay, so we're like 30 feet in front of the red tee, which tee sign says it's 180 feet away. So my guess of 150 feet's pretty good. Just gotta be really careful on this one. A lot can go wrong. Oh, that should be perfect. Just sit. Sit. That's not sitting. Okay. So a little long. Probably have like a 20 to 25 footer from there. Okay, it didn't go as far past as I was thinking. Still not where I want to be, but very makeable. Just gotta get the height right. There we go. All right, guys, we're on hole 9. This one's a par 4, 512 feet. This is like arguably one of the hardest holes in the course. And if you saw last month's attempt, you'll know what I'm trying to do now. Instead of trying to hit this initial gap and get really far up the fairway, all I want to do now is just get through that gap and land maybe 30 feet past it. Because from there, we're going up and to the right, where the fairway pretty much just goes straight that way for like 300 feet. But all I need to do is just get through this gap, get myself in that landing zone, throw another shot down the fairway. Because even if I throw like, what is that, like 150 to 200 feet, 150 to 200 feet, that's going to give me a 100-foot-ish approach shot into the green. That's all I need. I'm thinking I need to go with the mid-range here. What's the wind doing? It should be like a left or right wind, so it should kind of help. I'm going to go with my glow gyra. Just try and hug the tree on the left side because I think this should turn a little bit. Granted, I'm not going to be throwing it very hard, so really just trying to throw it anywhere in that gap should be fine. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Just get past that tree. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so I definitely misjudged that. Got to get it a little bit farther, so I'm up in this flat area where I'm going to have a much easier time hitting this gap you can see up here. I have to throw my other brown disc and really hope I put this in the middle of the fairway so I can find it. But I just need some distance. I don't really care where this goes as long as it gets up on top of the hill. Yeah, I think that might have cut rolled a little bit, which should be good. Getting me a little bit farther to the left side of the fairway. All right, so I ended up in the middle of the fairway, which is good. I was able to find my disc, but this is a really tough shot into the green. So I need something that'll push straight for a while and then break hard right and never come back. Like, I want to throw a backhand, but I don't really know if I have a disc that can do that shot shape. I don't really want to throw a forehand either, because having something that's coming in with a lot of speed on that angle can kind of skip down the hill. But I think the forehand is going to be the best play I got. I'll go with my flat top orange arc. Should just be able to throw it flat, get it to push straight for a while, and then have a pretty overstable finish. I don't think that pushed far enough. That's clean though, so I should have some kind of like look up the hill at the basket. Didn't give it the height. Ah, dang it! Those are some of my worst putts. The ones where I try and do staggered stance, but it's so far uphill that like you can't really transfer your weight very well. Those are where I need to practice like staggered stance putts. All right, guys, for hole 10, we got a par 3, 350 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked slightly off to the left. I'm going to change my play up on this one. I'm going to go for my less stable Oasis arc, because this one I can trust on a bunch of hyzer and still get the flip up to flat and push straight. Last week, my miss was I didn't flip it up enough, and that brings just some early trees on the left onto play. So I would rather flip this thing up too much, have it turn a little bit and get farther down the fairway, than not flip it up enough and hit some of the trees early. We'll see if that actually works or not. I also want to get more comfortable with throwing this thing on a bunch of different angles, because I can really do almost anything with this disc. Oh, yanked it. Peek left. Oh, I did. Sick. I should have some kind of approach shot in the green from there. All right, we got very fortunate on this one. Not only being in the fairway, but also a lot closer than I was thinking I'd be. So let me go with the Covenant jump putt again. Try not to break my ankle when these branches. Oh boy, sit down. Okay. All right, guys, for hole 11, we got a par 4, 450 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked slightly off to the left. But hardest part about this hole, as you can tell, is pretty much the tee shot. So that's a nice part. You don't need to throw something super fast, super crazy, but this is a really tough hole, really tough line to hit. I am going to change up my play on this one too. Instead of going for one of the yellow arcs, I'm going to try this flippy Enoch, because this thing will flip up a little bit and just hold that line and push straight, whereas the arcs are going to want to like have a lot of movement from left to right, right to left. This is going to give me more of a mid-range type flight. I just throw it on some hyzer, get to push straight. If I throw it well, it should give me about 300 feet of distance. So just gotta hit the line. Get lucky. It did not. I might be able to save par from over there. We'll see. Not good. Not good. Ooh. Oh, I was hoping if I nudged it a little bit, it might break and fall over. But this is where I ended up. I think I can do some kind of standstill. I have to go with something kind of fast, but I think I can get into the green. Let's give it height. Oh no. Come on. Get back. Okay, that's fine. I can work with that. There we go. Whew. All right, guys, for hole 12, we got a par 3, 391 feet. Basket's down this way, tucked off to the right. I can actually see it for once. I don't know if I've ever been able to see it from back here before, but this is one I can't reach unless I go for the backhand, and the backhand play is extremely dangerous because there's OB directly behind the basket, and it's also just an insanely hard shot shape to do. Whereas with a forehand, all I have to do is just throw an overstable disc out to the left and let the overstability carry it back to the right. I do have a headwind, but it's not super strong, so I'm not really too worried about it. I'm gonna go with the Shepherd again. Just gotta make sure, give this a good amount of height, give it time to push and have that fade at the end. If I do this well, I might be able to get in circle 1 or circle 2, but really just going for an easy up and down for par. Okay, they got around the corner. I think that's good. I didn't hear it hit any branches or anything, but that was much earlier than I intended to throw it. I got scared of the headwind turning it over. I ended up throwing a little bit of hyzer too, so I'm really surprised it got that far. I don't think I've ever been over here. I actually had a wide open jump putt into this basket. That really just shows you like stepping down a little bit in stability and speed really can just unlock some shots for you. Because if I tried throwing my Rapture like this, I would have never got anywhere near this spot. There we go. All right, guys, for hole 13, we got a par 3, 328 feet. Basket's down here tucked off to the left. Biggest thing to pay attention to is all the flags on the left side of the fairway, which mark the out of bounds. So the main thing you can't do is early release anything or hit any of these trees and kick left. So don't hit the trees, basically. But I'm going to go with my more stable yellow arc. Just try and throw it flat, get a little bit of turn out of it, and hopefully you miss the tree that's like right in the middle of the gap you can see in front of us. Miss that tree on either side, really. Have an overstable finish. Should get me in the circle. Should I hit my line? Oh, yes. I don't think that'll come back far enough. Oh, it skipped. Never mind. Okay, that's in the circle putt. All right, give it the height. Oh, I gave it the height, put it too wide. Dang it. All right, guys, for hole 14, we got a par 3, 315 feet. Once again, that's a lie. This hole plays over 400 feet, with the basket being up to the right, way uphill, and the only gaps we have are these two right here in front of us. The only way I really know to get up there is like a massive forehand to the gap on the right, but I don't have that. So I'm going to go for somewhat decently okay forehand to the left gap. I'm going to stick with the Shepherd, even though it's a little bit straighter and might go a little bit too far. I actually kind of like that. I can throw this on some hyzer, get it, give it more height, get it to break to the right a little bit sooner. So hopefully I can get a little bit farther up the hill with it. Also, sorry about the sun. I left my umbrella in the car and there was no place to put y'all where you weren't going to be looking directly at the sun. So hopefully you'll be able to see this. Oh, that's great. Yes. All right. This is what's so annoying about this hole. Like, I throw like the best drive I possibly can, and I still have little trees in the fairway that I gotta get around. But I'm close enough to where I can pretty much throw any disc in my bag at the basket. So I'm gonna go through the gap on the left with my premium pillar. I think I'll throw in a little bit of hyzer, get the push up there. Oh, I got past that tree. Okay. I yanked the crap out of that, but somehow still hit the gap. Whew. That really snuck that over the rim. All right, guys, hole 15. We've got a par 3, 386 feet. Basket is dead straight ahead. The nice part is, with it being as downhill as it is, you can throw pretty much whatever you want to at this. So I'm going with my beat up baseline gyra. Try and put on some hyzer, give it some height. Make sure I get that nose down so it's got the ability to flip up. Just push straight. Flip a little more. Flip a little more. Oh, that's so close. But I think that's putting. It hit something, but I don't know what that was. Just the fact that I've already got basically a guaranteed par on this hole is so nice. But getting a birdie here really be nice, because what, we've got the easiest hole in the course left basically, and then we have the two most difficult holes. So getting this will be really nice. Man. All right, guys, for hole 16, we got a par 3, 258 feet. Like I said, on the green of last hole. This is probably one of the, I think like this one and hole 5 are like the two easiest holes in the course. This one might be a touch more difficult than that one, but it's just so far uphill. But once you get through that gap, you're home free. So I'm going with my Enoch here, trying to hit a little bit of hyzer. Just know with how far uphill I'm throwing this, I'm going to yank it a little bit. I need to aim a little left. Just get through that gap. Oh, just like that. Just go. Go. Yeah, that should be at least putting. I don't think it's parked, but that's definitely inside the circle. Daggum these hills. Whew. I'm not quite as close as I was thinking I was, but still right at 20, 25 feet. A little uphill. Give it the height. There we go. Whew. All right, guys, for hole 17, we got a par 4, 614 feet. I can actually see the basket from here, which is not normal. But off the tee, we got to get out this initial gap across the fairway, or whatever that is. You can see in front of us, and then the fairway bends down to the right, and we're going really far downhill, where we go out into a second pipeline, I guess. From there, we cut back to the left, going really far uphill, the basket being tucked in the tree line across from us. So to birdie, I need to throw something that'll hyzer flip, drift right in down that fairway, down into the second pipeline, and then from there throw a shot up into the green. Both are very tricky shots. This is probably the most difficult birdie to get on the course, but I'm gonna try the ambush here. Really just gotta commit to my line. I know it'll flip, I just gotta trust it. Oh my gosh, that's so good. I don't think it hit anything. That might be really good, because that was stabling out and coming back at the end. Oh man. So it turns out the ambush came back a little too soon. Got caught up in these branches fell down right here. I'm just thinking, if that got clean, I could have been like past this little pile of stuff that they packed in that one hole. Oh man, I could have been way up there. But something to remember for next time. Let's see. I'm just trying to decide what's the best route to get up there. I think, yeah, I have a backhand gap right here. I'm tempted to go forehand roller, and I don't think either one's really that bad. It's just obviously throwing the backhand, I'm looking away from the gap for a second, but it's not like I'm having to adjust my body or do anything crazy. Like, I can just take something overstable and hit it through the gap. We'll get a little aggressive. I'll go with my Rapture. Woo, I got away with that one. All right, this is the easy part. Just get it up there. Get out of here with your par. Luckily, that's not as short as it looks, but that didn't feel good. Get it there. Oh, dang it. Man. All right, guys, for hole 18, we got a par 5, 784 feet. Fairway goes straight for about 450-ish feet. Then it doglegs to the left. Well, not really doglegs. It cuts at like a 45-degree angle to the left. The fairway kind of shrinks down a little bit, going that way for about 300 feet. Then the fairway goes uphill with the basket being tucked up top of that hill. For my tee shot, I'm going for my more stable slingshot. If it turns a little bit, that's fine. I just want to finish off to the left side of the fairway. From there, try and pitch around the corner. Hopefully pitch up to the bottom of the hill and then get up and down for the par. If I par this one, that'll get us, let's see. Yeah, that'll put us at 4 over, which will be a new personal best, and I'll be giving away the glitch. If I birdie, we'll be giving away 2 discs. Birdie is possible in this hole. I just have to have a really good tee shot. Let's go ahead and do it. Oh, he yanked it. Get through, though. Oh, it did. Okay, that's not that bad. Okay, so being on the right side of the fairway, I don't really have a way to really penetrate through the gap unless I go for like a really risky flex shot. Yeah, we'll go Samson on the right side. A little bit of hyzer, just trying to get cut back, be in the middle of the fairway. From there, same game plan. Pitch to the bottom of the hill, pitch up, get out of the par. Oh, yank it. Ooh, man. Okay. I don't know if we're going to be pitching, but we might be able to get to the bottom of the hill from there. Nope, that did not come back at all. Should have thrown it flat. Go for the Shepherd, forehand turnover. Don't really know where I need this to go, but we'll see. Aw. Well, ended up in the fairway anyway. I'm trying to throw this in with the chain breaker. Oh. No, instead I threw it behind the biggest tree. Alright guys, that finishes up our 4th, 5th attempt out here. I feel like 4th. I don't know. It's hard to be disappointed when you tie your personal best at something, but like, I played a lot better this round than I did when I set my personal best last month. And it's just frustrating because like my backhand felt really good, my forehand felt really good. Obviously, I had some mistakes mixed in, but like you're not going to be perfect out here. You got to expect some mistakes. But I mean, I missed like what 7 strokes on the putting green today. And obviously, some of them weren't ones I would really expect to make, but some of them were. And typically, that is my miss, just a little low right in the front of the cage. But to be missing that low consistently, and then to make the overcorrection on hole 17 is really frustrating. Probably the most frustrating part was just the fact that I didn't hold out. I mean, granted, like those last 2 holes are the most difficult holes in the course, so to go bogey there isn't too surprising. But it is frustrating that I'm not gonna be able to do a giveaway this time because of them. So sorry about that. But I did get 2 birdies. So that means we're adding $20 to my donation to Highland Baptist Food Ministry. So at least we got something good out of this round. Like I said, if I was able to get a hold of some kind of link for y'all to be able to donate alongside me, I'll have that in the description if you want to do that. But if y'all have any recommendations for the game plan, anything you think I should try, any suggestions at all, I'll be glad to hear it down in the comments. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and y'all have a good one. Bye.